Hello everyone, Mark of the Trail here. I'm at a trailhead called Pine Top, and today I'm planning to go and hike what's called Jumpingpound Loop. As you can see behind me, that's the entrance to the parking area. It is November 20th, so everyone's just parked out here on the road because the gate is closed. This whole hiking in November stuff is pretty new to me. I've only done a few hikes. Last year in Edmonton, I just couldn't, there's nowhere to go except for, wow, they don't make it very easy to circumvent this guy, do they? In Edmonton, I just went and did a lot of hiking in Edmonton on White Mud Creek. Now I live in Calgary. I just drive to the mountains, and the search for shoulder season hikes is on, and it's fun. That little red star is where I am, and that's the loop I'm going to do, Jumpingpound Loop. It's fun to explore a bunch of new places I've never seen before. Man, it's a perfect day. It's like 11 in the morning. This is the first kind of thing I've seen on trail. Nice solid bridge. The trail's in good shape. I'm not sure who takes care of trails in Kananaskis. I know that there's volunteer groups and such, but yeah, there's something to be said for volunteer groups, because the only new trails I've heard of being built the last 10 years have been by volunteer groups. In the national parks, they cut back the wardens, and then they don't want trails taken care of because that used to be their job. And so, they limit the volunteer organizations that can go out there. And yeah, it kind of makes you wonder if volunteer groups should be allowed to just get running the trails. Some ways the wardens can just go do things that volunteer can't, like build bridges and biffies and stuff like that. Yeah, there is some ice on the trail. I've been just going around it so far. I did go and buy ice spikes, so I have them in my back, but not at the point yet where I need to bring them out, so no biggie. Great day to be out on a nice hike. Well, it's the usual story. It's nice to be alongside this creek, but I wish the trail was down there. This is really the first time I've broken out and seen it since I left Pine Top day use area. It is nice though. It's opened up quite nicely now. I think if one were inclined to ice hike, that creek would be some awesome ice hiking. Who knows if it completely thaws over or not, but I think that'd be some pretty good stuff. That is honestly a sign I've never seen before. Again? Is it a 3/4 of a kilometer long boundary line, or is there just two signs that are completely different spots? That's sort of weird. Oh, I started here and I have hiked here. So I think that safely marks the 1/4 mark. This is the kind of a recreational area. There's really nothing here. There's just there's a picnic table back here by the trail. I'm gonna make use of it for my first break. But yeah, coming along. It's a nice pleasant day. So I was just reading while I was taking my little rest, and apparently that Jumpingpound day use area is closed permanently, so that's why there's really nothing there. This lower part is a little boring, I have to say. I think if for some reason I came back and did this again, I would just go down and follow the creek. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty easy to walk, honestly. Even if you had to cross it, you might get wet feet, but that's about all. According to the book, that's what I like to do. I like to read about the trail while I'm on the trail, particularly if there's no like danger or anything. I can just get in the trail and just walk. The upper part of the loop is a lot more interesting, so hopefully, either way, I am out hiking on November 20th, and it's bonus. I mean, it's just bonus hiking. Shoulder season, bonus hiking. I think I have arrived on what is called Last Chance Road. So, I don't know a whole lot about this road, but it is an old road. It continues down there. This is the trail I just came from. And this trail here is over top of what is Last Chance Road. I do enjoy history on the trail. Canada doesn't have much history. It's all seems to be gone. I always worry I'm going to anger some natives by saying that, especially if they decide to watch my channel. I don't see why they would, but yeah. But much as the Canadian Rockies Trail Guide is the Bible of hiking and backpacking, it's pretty much amazing. It's got a lot of trails jammed in there, which is great. But the Kananaskis volumes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they do have a lot of little history bits, and that does make the trail a bit more interesting. So that's kind of cool. I just ran into a crowd of like 8 people all walking together. I think they're a walking group from Calgary, maybe. I have thought about trying to join one. I don't know. I just like what can I say? I like just coming out on my own and doing my thing and not, yeah. I'm also in my 40s, and I have found that walking groups all tend to be, older people, older than me. And I mean, even people in my 40s that are in their 40s like me, usually I don't hang out with them anyway. Not real sure how you walk in a straight line and cross 3 of those. Maybe I started inside the rec area, and then I left it briefly by some loop, and then came back in, and now I'm leaving it. I don't know. A trail is a little bit boring on a forest walk when signs interest you. Now we're talking. I think I did the boring part of the trail first, which is great. That's exactly what you want to do. I'd rather hammer that out while I got fresh legs and go find all the fun stuff. There's a road going down here, and I see people coming up that road. So now I'm interested, kind of wondering what's down there. Okay, I think we're, I'll go check that out. Another huge group? Huge. I think walking groups come and do this trail, right? It's a good little, it's a good little shoulder season trail. Safe, easy. This is nicer group camping than I expected. Well, there's even a big dumpster here. Covered in shelter. Yeah. Really nice. So very nice. They left one of those open. So I was able to use it. You do need to bring your own toilet paper, which I did, but I was quite happy to be able to use it. So this is a historic cabin of some kind, but it doesn't say anything about it. All it says is old cabin. So I'm not real sure what it is. Just checking it out. Not bad. Apparently this is where Jumpingpound Creek and Bryant Creek come together. Oh, there's stairs down there. I'm gonna go check that out. We got nice little stairs down to the creek. You can go down and rock hop and explore. Fun place for the kids. Go running around. I like it. I would use this with my family. It's a nice little spot. So you have that tiny little creek down there, and then you've got all this collapse, and that tree is barely hanging on. That's got to be from 2013, the big flood. This creek must have been damn high to collapse all the stuff up here. Like, wow. It just gives you an idea of how crazy it must have been. I bet all this is new. All this collapse here, it all looks pretty new to me. Crazy. Okay, so I am back where the trail intersects that, and for the record, I think that is a pretty worthwhile little side trip. It's not far down there, a couple 100 meters, so back on the trail, and I think I'm going up to the much more interesting part of the trail, so looking forward to that. Okay, I just spotted something strange in the woods. Naturally, I want to go and check it out. This trail certainly has improved. I'm just coming around the corner now. So now I am officially going to start just heading up north, and then I'm going to start heading back towards my car on the north end of this loop. There's still clap plop everywhere for just completely at random, but it doesn't stink. So, and you know, you just walk around it. No biggie. Our sign count is at 4. 5. This trail does do a loop around this road. So the occasional vehicle, but traffic, at least in the middle of November, is very, very light. You almost never hear it. So I can't speak for other times of the year. Down here, there is some popular trails. I know that, you know, this is Jumpingpound Loop. Jumpingpound Ridge apparently is awesome. And that's one that's definitely on my list, so. All right, if I really wanted to, I could just walk down this road now, head back to my car, but that's boring. I'm gonna go up onto the cool part of this trail now. Well, since the road, I've been doing a fair bit of climbing, but that always results in a pretty nice view, so nothing wrong with that. You know, I've crossed creeks a bunch of times on this trail, but sometimes you just come across a really pretty scene. You know, I just kind of looked at it and then stopped and looked at it a bit more, and you know, ice makes really, really pretty stuff. I love ice. I thought I had come to the connector that goes down to that Deus area, but apparently not. Apparently this is some kind of right-of-way, pipeline right-of-way or something. There's another trail that goes up there to God knows where. Anyway, onward. God, you know, Every time I talk about how I come out hiking by myself or backpacking by myself, all I ever hear about is bears. Aren't you afraid of bears? You know, they'll come rampaging out of the woods and just attack you like they did Leo DiCaprio, that sort of thing. You know what scares the crap out of me? Those damn grouse. Oh my God, they are the scourge of hikers. You know, you're walking along the trail and one of them, you know, you'll just see a movement. It's enough to put you on edge, and then they'll explode off the trail and make you jump like 3 feet, and they'll do it like 6 feet away from you, and they'll just explode out of there. Little bastards. I run into 4 bears. Grouse have made me jump much higher than any bear ever has. Jesus. Well, I've made it to the connector. So according to that, I have 2.6 kilometers to go. By the way, my rant about grouses is because I just ran into one that made me jump. And, oh God, you just hate them. I've seen other hikers on other YouTube channels cursing them too. They just, God, they make you jump, and they're just stupid little birds. Anyway, apparently there's a ranger station down here and some old camp. Both of them are old, according to the book. I think I might just continue on the trail and take my car and go check it out. So maybe I'll include that. But yeah, looks like I'm 3/4 done. 2.6 kilometers to go. Several ups and downs on this one, crossing creeks. This upper part is definitely more work. But there's some views. There honestly hasn't been too many. A little bit disappointing, but oh well. A bad day on the trail is still better than a good day at work. Well, I feel like this is the best view I'm going to get on this trail. Finally going to sit down, let my knees rest, let my legs rest. There's the trail. I actually had to climb up here a little bit just to get this. The road is down there. There's a grader on the road. It's nice to see them taking care of the road, especially with a little car like mine. Always good to see. I'm gonna have some water, have a little snack. Yeah, just enjoy it here. Okay, not bad. If you hike this the way the book says, you know, the Kananaskis hiking guide, you see the best stuff at the beginning. I prefer to see it at the end. So, I mean, when I first start hiking, I'm always just happy to be hiking. So I'd rather bang off the boring stuff right off the bat. Yeah, there's been some nice views. Well, I didn't expect to be coming so close to this camp. There's someone's down there with a chainsaw. I may go check it out, after all, from the trail. If I don't have to side trip that far, why not? Trail's up here. We'll see if it goes down to that valley there. And there's an easy way to go look at it. Well, I'm not going to wander too far in here. That chainsaw has stopped, so I don't want to talk too loud. There was no signs saying, you know, piss off, this is private property, otherwise I wouldn't be in here. It's kind of neat, some archery. There's clearly some hockey nets and that for a rink. This is as far as I'll go. I'm sure this is private property, so I want to be respectful, especially because someone's here. I do want to go see that sign there, and then I'll head back up. Oh, look at this. It's kind of neat, too. And then I'll head back up to the trail over there. I wonder where the owl's nest is. Anyway, I'm heading out. I think this guy might have noticed me now, so well, I can see him. Just wave to him. I'm gonna head out. Well, I'm back up to the trail, but now I'm really curious about where the owl's nest is. I'm gonna go up this trail a little bit and just check it out. Just curiosity. I'm not gonna go too far. It's a hell of a hike. Well, no, obviously not. Well, that's already enough for me. So down there is a fire pit surrounded by benches. That's probably a reference to the owl pit. This trail isn't on GemTrek, isn't on my app. It's probably just a dumping ground. You know, they go up and dump old shrubs or something for the camp. So I'm not going to bother with it. One thing I've had to mediate myself with is that I can't possibly hike every trail. There's just no way. There's so many trails between Calgary and Banff and Lake Louise, like between those 3 points, that I have enough hiking trails to last me 10 years. So, and every time I go on a hiking trail, I find 4 more trails to do. And as far as I know, they all lead to nothing, for all I know, right? They're definitely not going to lead to anything amazing. Otherwise, they'd be on GemTrek and in the books. So, yeah. Anyway, heading back to the trail now. Got something coming up there. Got a logging truck pulled over by my car, and there's a helicopter passing over top. There's definitely logging along this road. Well, another hike in the books. For a shoulder season hike, I mean, just getting out there and hiking, yeah, does the job, you know. I probably wouldn't come and hike it again. A little bit of a boring hike. But, you know, a hike is a hike, man. I'll take it. All right, get out there and hike. See you on the next one.